striking into internationally recognized Russian territory with American-made missiles. Ukraine used longer-range ATACMS missiles early on Tuesday. The target, a military facility in the Bryansk region. Russia said the move was a major escalation. Now the country has updated its nuclear weapons doctrine. The use of nuclear weapons is now possible if there is a critical threat to the sovereignty or territorial integrity of Russia or its allies, and also if aggression against Russia by a non-nuclear country is supported by a nuclear country. But while the world looks on, Russia's trying to convince it's a peacemaker.
We are strongly in favor of doing everything not to allow nuclear war to happen. It was us who first, during the Soviet Union times, suggested to the United States, and President Gorbachev and President Reagan made a joint statement that nuclear war can never be won and never must be started.
According to the Kremlin, the use of Western non-nuclear missiles by the Ukrainian army against Russia under the updated doctrine could lead to a nuclear response, but analysts say that's unlikely.
It's been a standard practice for the Russians to say that they will consider nuclear use not only if they're attacked with nuclear weapons, but for other purposes. But it's just doctrine. This is something that they can state publicly, try and influence opinion, but they're not required to follow it. And it's still unlikely Russia would use nuclear weapons in Ukraine.
Russia's new nuclear doctrine doesn't look like a plan for the use of nuclear weapons, but as a list of potential threats and conditions for the use of such weapons. They say the doctrine is intended mainly for an external audience, for NATO countries and their allies. It seems like the Kremlin is once again upping the ante in a new escalation of the conflict and trying to strengthen its position in future peace negotiations. Yulia, Shapovalova, Al Jazeera, Moscow.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.